Welcome back to Charleston County RoadWise. It's also the Transportation Sales Tax Program, and that's important because Charleston County has been involved for a number of years now, probably since around 2000, in trying to get a sales tax. So at least a half-penny sales tax, and that's just how much the voters voted for. And they have been working on projects, they meaning Charleston County Council, have been working on projects over the years that are both allocations or smaller projects in communities, in neighborhoods, bicycle paths, and those kinds of things. And in addition to that, they have been building large-scale projects, which we call bonded projects, and bonded because money was gotten early in the game so that we wouldn't have to deal with the inflationary cost of building these projects. And I think that was just a wonderful idea, and I hope that you do too. I'm talking now with a project manager, and the engineers who are part of this organization, the Transportation Sales Tax Program, each work on a project. And we've talked about this in public meetings, or several projects, as is the case with you, right?
That's correct.
And I'm talking with Devery Datoma, and she is construction project engineer for Bees Ferry Road. And that's a project that's going to start from the very beginning of the road and go all the way to its end, almost.
It's going to go from 61 to US 17, which is also known as Savannah Highway. And it will be widened from 2 to 4 lanes, and it will also make the intersections at 61 and Savannah much safer than what they currently are.
And safety is a big part of what you all are interested in, I know that.
It is.
I'm just wondering, how did that project come along? I guess the voters were there and public meetings were held and alternatives were selected. All of that was gone through at some point. How long does it take you to get a project up and going? I mean, where we start to see some building or digging and all of those things. Does it take a long time?
Well, the voters voted for Bees Ferry Road back in 2006 as one of the bond referendum projects. Mm-hmm. So it was voted for in 2006, and we began construction in January of 2012. There were 3 public meetings during the design phase of the construction, and actually the public had a lot of input, and we incorporated a lot of their ideas into our design. So everyone is really happy about this project and for the project.
It's a community project is what it ended up being.
It is.
And talking about public meetings, they still go on. Even though you heard from the public about what they thought they really wanted in this project, the Bees Ferry project, or any of the other projects, you continue to update them and keep them involved. That's going to happen on the Bees Ferry Road project very soon.
That's correct. We have a meeting scheduled for August 20th at 6 p.m. at the Grace on the Ashley Church, which is off of Bees Ferry Road. And
in those meetings, what are you telling the public?
Whatever, we're updating the public on the construction progress, where we are, what we will be doing for the next 3 months. We have these meetings every 3 months, so we let them know where we are and what we will be doing, and we answer any of their questions.
Because there are businesses and churches along Bees Ferry Road, and I'm sure there are questions that come up about when are you going to do this, when are you going to do that. When does the work literally go on? Do you try to work during the day, at night, or do you stay out of the way of the public as much as you can?
We do. We've done a great job of, I think, of not impeding traffic or causing any delays. Most of the construction right now is going on during the day. Because it is a widening project, we're able to do work off the side of the road in the widened areas. So it works out very well. So they're actually working. Sometimes they're working 24 hours a day because whenever they do asphalt work, they do have to do that at night because they have to close lanes, and they do not want to delay traffic at all.
That's right. What does the rain do to a project?
The rain can delay a project, but luckily Banks added all the fill for the project early on before we got into the rainy season. So that's helped out with the construction schedule tremendously, and they are actually ahead of schedule. So.
Is that right? In one of the photos that we're looking at, or we will be looking at, I noticed that there's a huge trench there, or widening of some sort, where the ground they have dug really deep. And then there's some sort of building that's going on in there, some construction of some sort. What is that?
That is a large retaining wall. It will be about 10 feet high, and the top of the wall will meet up where the new proposed road will be. And the back of the wall will actually be a little area, a little canal area, which it was prior to us constructing, that will collect all the runoff from Hickory Hills subdivision as it did prior to the construction of the project. So,
well, before we go any further on that, I want you to give the public a feel for what has to happen before you can really get these projects underway. You meet with the public, but then suppose there are lines underground, utilities lines. Is that something that becomes a part of this project?
That is a major part of this project. We actually, CWS has a major sewer line going up and down Beast Ferry that feeds all the way to Johns Island. So they actually have $4 million built into the Beast Ferry project to relocate. They have a water line too. They have to relocate the water line because of our construction. And we had to coordinate with them on a weekly basis so they could get a contractor in place and plans in place to relocate their water line. So actually, the Beast Ferry construction project is $28 million, but we have an additional $4 million in there just for CWS work.
And that's tax?
That is not taxpayers' money. That is CWS is paying for the $4 million for their work. It was just easier to combine it into one contract so that one contractor has control over the whole project and can prevent any delays.
I'm wondering when the asphalt's going to be laid and we're going to be able to use that road in its entirety, and we'll give that in the next segment when we come back from the break. When will this project be completed, and what will it mean to the community? And we'll talk about a few other things that have happened to go into this project, or have gone into this project, that makes it really special, and it makes it a project that's going to last just as all of the bonded projects for a long, long time. We'll be right back.